Hey everybody, what's going on? Mark here with another video. This weekend, went to Minneapolis, did a card show down there at the King of Grace Lutheran School. Our good friend Rob puts that show on, and in my previous videos I had shared with you that that is the card shop that I go to that he owns, which is Twin City Sports Collectibles in Golden Valley, and he puts on a show 3-4 times a year, and I've done the last two and done very well. And it's great to be able to get out of my area and into a bigger market and find some things for my sets, and also move a little extra merchandise that I have, cards, wax, things like that. But I thought I'd share with you some of the things that I picked up, and most of you know me as a vintage baseball card set builder, but I do have some interest also in other sports, basketball and football. Not a big hockey fan, but the 86-87 Fleer basketball set I'm working on, I am down to one card after this weekend, and I'll share that with you here in just a minute. In addition to those, I picked up some 1976 Topps baseball. I am only down to, I believe, 2 cards there. And I also picked up a Bill Dennehy rookie card, which I've been looking for a long time, and some of you probably know exactly what that is, but that was the biggie of the weekend. That's the one that I was looking forward to picking up because I knew Rob had it and he was saving it for me. So let's take a look at those basketball cards I picked up. So I was down to 4 cards, and really only one, decent dollar value, and that was the Kareem. And it's really not that expensive of a card, but picked up Kareem. Kind of a bit harder to find than I thought. And I think I did another video a while back on the 86-87 Fleers, and they're very tough to find, perfectly centered. Obviously they come with the premium if you do, and obviously top to bottom is pretty good, but left to right, we're looking at 70-30 there at best. So, but it's pretty consistent with the set. So the only thing I don't want creases, and I don't want really dinged corners. So this one fit the bill for that. I also picked up number 3, Mark Aguirre of the Dallas Mavericks. He was one I needed. And then one of the other ones I needed was number 115, Kelly Tripucka of the Detroit Pistons. So that leaves me with one card left in that set, not outside of the sticker set. I don't have the sticker set yet either, but I just need Danny Ainge, which I believe is card number 4. I believe. So I'll be on the lookout for Danny Ainge. So those 3 were great to pick up. 76 Topps. I had thought I had finished this set. Evidently I wasn't. I went through it last week, kind of like most people do periodically, to check out, for any upgrades that are needed or something that you missed. And I found that I was short 5 or 6 cards, so I was able to pick up 3 of those, starting with 204, which is the strikeout leaders, Frank Tanana, Burt Blyleven, and Gaylord Perry. 2/3 of those are Hall of Famers. I believe the saying that goes with Frank Tanana is that he threw 90 in the 70s and 70s in the 90s. Crafty lefty, but he did have 269 strikeouts in 1975. Number 325, Tony Perez. And this one, which is a little bit tougher to find in good centering, which is number 599, which is Ron Guidry, the Ron Guidry rookie. And he's probably the most, obviously the most well-known out of those four. I don't think I ever had heard of Rob Dressler of the Giants, but I had heard of Bob McClure and Pat Zachary. I want to say Bob McClure was still a pitching coach in the majors. But for the 76 set, I'm still missing Johnny Bench. And ironically, the Twins team card, which out of all the cards that I should have, that should be one of them, but I guess I don't. And I believe Aurelio Rodriguez. I think he's another one, so I may have 3 left to get, and then that set's done, finally. Maybe I'll throw in a couple. Here's one card I guess I did pick up also that is very tough to find. It goes along with the Twins team set, which is hard to put together in decent condition, obviously, but in 1971, there was also a Rookie Stars for the AL Pitchers card with Hal Haydel of the Twins, number 692, so it's a high number, high series. And that one is tough to find. And surprisingly, with 3 no-names, it's still, outside of it being a high series card, it's not a dollar common. I had to pay $13 for it, which that's the way it goes sometimes, but now the team set is finished, which is nice. And then the biggie, the Bill Dennehy rookie card. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with Bill Dennehy, he also is on the same card as Mr. Tom Seaver. And I picked this one up. I had this one kind of waiting for me. Had my eye on it for a while, and finally decided I might as well, get it done. Obviously, with the news of Mr. Seaver having some health issues with dementia and going to be out of the public eye from now on, I don't know if it pushed the urgency to get it. I don't know if that's just overreacting to the situation or not, but picked it up, and it was graded in EX5. Now, here's the interesting thing about this card is that, obviously a 5 is going to have some condition issues, but on the back side, you're going to notice that there are some staining. If you look in the lower right-hand corner, that's not glare or shadow. That's actually what I believe to be stained. Okay, but when I talked to Rob, who had it graded, he said he called PSA and sent them scans, and they said that is quite common. That's actually extra printing ink. And the only thing we can imagine or we can come up with is that when whoever took the cards off the press, so to speak, they may have had some ink on their hands, and that, it doesn't look like a fingerprint. I don't believe it is, but we're just speculating that may be what that is, or how that got on there. But he was told by PSA that they do not deduct off the grade for that, because I would assume that if they had, this would probably be a 3 at best. I don't know, but I guess it's normal. So, but anyway, that was the extent of the weekend. I do have one other video to share, maybe tomorrow, with some other items I picked up, but those were kind of the highlights. So anyway, comment below if you would. Let me know what you thought, and I hope everyone has a great week. Take care.